Week 15 of the NFL season is in the books. We had a great week of football. Let's recap everything that happened. We're going to start off with the Thursday night football game where the Rams beat the 49ers in an absolute snooze fest. A total of 0 touchdowns were scored in this game. We scored more touchdowns than the fucking Rams and the Niners did. A field goal fest all the way through. Absolutely boring. But in the end, the Rams persevered, finished the job, won the game, which is what I like to see. I had some money on the Rams. That's what I want to see. We'll start with the Rams. Rams didn't play all that great. They really didn't. The first half for Stafford was atrocious. The offense in general for the Rams was atrocious, besides Kyron Williams. Blake Corum had some good moments too. But in any case, it was just a shit game all around. Yeah, in the end, the Rams played better than the Niners, especially because the weather was so bad, so running was so important. And at this point in time, the Rams had a better running game than the Niners. Now, if the Niners were healthy, they had McCaffrey, they had Mason, Niners probably would have won this game and done a lot better. But in any case, Rams outplayed them, and Rams put themselves in a driver's seat position to be on top of the division. And who knows? Now it's becoming a 3-team race. Anyone's division up until this point, Rams could fuck some shit up. As for the Niners, they're not winning the division, and the playoffs are looking unlikely at this point. Even if they win out, it's going to be a stretch if they make it in. It's going to be real tough. Bad season for the Niners. Bad season for the Niners all around. They played pretty bad. They couldn't really throw the ball, even though no one could really throw the ball, but they couldn't at all. Nobody really got going. Deebo Samuel is washed. He is a bum. He's literally Kadarius Toney with a BBL. I'm dead serious. The man sits there and claims, I'm not getting the ball enough. All this bullshit, blah, blah, blah. He leads the league in drops, at least to my knowledge. He can't fucking catch shit. The ball is hitting him right in the chest. He's dropping it. Deebo is such a fucking bum. And he's part of the reason why this Niners team is falling down so hard. If y'all remember when he choked out the fucking long snapper, he's been a little diva boy the whole fucking year. And now the Niners are facing their music. They're out. I mean, it'll be a miracle if they make it in. They're out. Talk about a Super Bowl hangover. And talk about a shit-ass game for Thursday night. That game may have killed Al Michaels. It literally may have killed Al Michaels. Next game, let's get to the Sunday slate. Ravens versus Giants. What do we expect from this one? Exactly what we thought. Ravens beat the living dog shit out of the Giants. Lamar had a fantastic game. Bateman, I know, had a fantastic game. Pretty much every Baltimore Raven except Derrick Henry had a fantastic game. Surprise? Hell no. Everybody knew the Ravens were going to go into New Jersey, and beat the living shit out of the Giants. The Giants are absolute trash. They're trying to lose. It's so bad down there that Tommy DeVito gets injured, and Tim fucking Boyle is playing QB for them. Tim Boyle. How does Tim Boyle still have a job at the NFL? I can be a better quarterback than Tim Boyle. What the fuck? Yeah, but not much to say for this one. Great game for the Ravens. Great game for Lamar. They balled out. But I feel like you can't really take anything away from this game for the Ravens' perspective because you played a bullshit team that's trying to lose. Next week, Ravens got a real big game. So that's how we'll judge where the Ravens are at this point in time. As for the Giants, I guess just keep losing. Keep losing. You'll get Shador. You'll get Cam Ward. You'll get somebody. You can rebuild. Probably going to have to fire everybody, coaching staff, everybody involved. This team just looks lifeless out there. No motivation, no nothing. They're the laughingstock of the league. They really are. Absolute garbage season from the Giants. And a good win for the Ravens. Showed their domination through and through. Defensively, offensively. That's what you like to see. Next game. The Miami Dolphins versus the Houston Texans. I don't know what the fuck happened to Tua here. I really don't. Tua shit his fucking pants. He shit his pants. The man was unbelievable, playing great football ever since he came back from injury. And all of a sudden, in this game, the CTE hit his head again. How many goddamn interceptions did he throw? Horrible throw after horrible throw. The Dolphins looked absolutely lifeless out there. This game may have ended their chance for a playoff spot. They're still in the hunt, but I don't know if they're going to make it because it was just a disgusting display. Nobody could get anything going. The offense was lifeless. I had Dolphins +3. Horrible L. Not a horrible L. There's worse L's than this fucking week. But it was disgusting to sit there and watch as the Dolphins just get absolutely bullied, absolutely dominated. Disgusting display from Miami. You don't deserve to be near the playoffs. Tua needs to go to a fucking head doctor. Texans played really well. The defense especially. Offense was okay. They had their moments, but they could have done better. Defense played very, very well. They locked up Tua. They balled out. They forced turnovers. And they're the reason why Houston won this game. I'm hoping to a certain extent Houston's going to find its groove, find its path later in the season. Now, I mean, it's now or never really. But hopefully the defense continues to ball out. They'll get Aziz Al-Qaeda back for the playoffs. CJ hopefully can continue to play better. Because Texans, when they're at their full strength, and when they're at their full strength mentally also, they're a dangerous-ass team. They really are. Matchup is going to be super, super important. I say this all the time, but like this year especially, matchup is going to be very, very important. So, Texans, assuming they win the division, I think they already won the division. Oh, yeah. Texans won the division because the Colts lost. So, Texans already booked their spot into the playoffs. They won the division. They're getting a top 4 seed guaranteed. They're not getting 1 or 2. They may be able to get a 3 seed depending on how the AFC North falls. But in any case, Texans are going to get either 3 seed, 4 seed. They're going to get a tough matchup. But if it's the right matchup, Texans could win and Texans would move on, assuming it's the case. Good win for Houston. Good defensive display. If they play like this in the playoffs, they're a real threat. As for Miami, fuck you. Next game, the Washington Redskins versus the New Orleans Saints. What a weird fucking game. Very weird game. It felt like Washington Redskins played down to their competition in this one, and Saints just stayed in it the whole way through, even though Washington was pretty much in the lead the whole game. And that's the problem with this Washington team. I don't want to say they fell off the face of the earth, but they were so good in the beginning of the season, and now they're playing down to their competition. It should not have been 20-19. It should not have been 20-13 either, because I'll get into what happened there. But Washington should have played better. I expected a little bit of a more impressive performance, both offensively and defensively. Washington, I'm worried about you. I really am. I mean, you could still win the division, but it's unlikely. Playoffs is the ideal hope right now. Don't crash out. Because again, next week, Washington has a super important game. They can't fuck it up. As for the Saints, honestly, an impressive game. They played really, really well. They really did. All leading to the big controversy. Everyone's talking about it. 20-13. Saints are driving down the field. They're in the red zone. They throw the ball. The receiver catches it, or the tight end, whatever it was. He gets stopped short of the goal line, I think at the 1 or 2 yard line. The ref, for some reason, stops the clock. No timeouts, nothing. And it gives Saints the opportunity to run another play, in which that other play, they score a touchdown on. Now, they go for the 2-point conversion because it's win or lose. They did not convert the 2-point conversion, and that's what they lost. The amount of controversy this ref call could have caused is insane. The NFL is so lucky this didn't cause more controversy, because let's talk about this for a second. The spread was 7.5. So in any case, the Saints were going to cover the spread. But just imagine the Saints converted on that 2-point conversion and the Redskins lost. Oh my God. The amount of NFL is rigged complaints, NFL is rigged people would be screaming is insane. Shit like this cannot happen. Even Ed Hockley, the head referee, was pissed. He was pissed. The line judge fucked up bad. This type of shit can't happen on the NFL level. We got to get fucking robot refs. AI refs. I'm the king of AI. We need AI refs. This bullshit cannot happen anymore. Luckily, it didn't have too much of an effect of the game. Redskins still won. Saints covered. They would have covered either way, even if they didn't score. But still, a lot of controversy. Good win for the Redskins, but not good enough. I wanted it to be more convincing, and definitely a great game for the Saints. They're not making the playoffs, obviously. But hey. This was a good performance. Coach Riz is making a real strong argument to be hired as a full-time head coach. I got to give him credit. He deserves it with the way he's been playing. Or I should say coaching. Next game. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cleveland Browns. What a game this was. I'm kidding. The Chiefs beat the Browns. Chiefs covered the spread first time since September or early October. But the one thing that needs to be talked about is the devil magic may have ran out. Patrick Mahomes gets his ankle rolled upon. No pass interference. No roughing the passer call. The refs didn't arrest the Browns defensive line. The FBI didn't swat their house and shit like that. And now Patrick Mahomes might have an ankle sprain. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but it could be bad enough to the point where it affects him. Now, we've seen in the playoffs this motherfucker sprain his legs and shit, and he still balls out. Luckily, Carson Wentz did not carry, but cover Mahomes' ass when he got injured. Will Wentz cover Mahomes' ass in the playoffs? Fuck no. But hey, if there's anybody that knows about ankle sprains, it's goddamn Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to Patrick Mahomes and saying, you got one ankle sprain? They call me two sprain Wentz. Right? Remember when Carson Wentz had two ankle sprains and he still played? Yeah. This is bad for the Chiefs. Really, really bad. Especially depending on how much time Mahomes misses. If he misses any. If he misses time, Bills could sneak in and take that number 1 overall seed. It's now or never. But if at least the Chiefs win 1 or 2 games, they should be good. I personally would rest Mahomes until the playoffs. But if the injury's not that bad, then let him play. Let him play. It's not that bad. Jesus Winston threw up a prayer, and that's why Mahomes got injured. Browns suck. They couldn't do shit here. They got bullied. 7 points is embarrassing. Chiefs D balled out, played really well. And now the only storyline from this game is Mahomes getting injured, let's be honest. And that's the only thing people fucking care about. Will the devil magic continue? Will it run out? What's going to happen? Nobody knows. I'll keep you updated on the Mahomes injury because it could be bad or it could be not that bad. Remember, earlier this year, I think it was versus Tampa Bay, it looked like the man broke his fucking leg. He was out there the next series. Come on. He's on another level. Next game, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. Why the fuck were the Panthers favored in this game? I can't believe I bet my hard-earned money on the fucking Panthers again and lost. Surprise, surprise. Panthers, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? How the hell do you not beat this Cowboys team? It was a beatdown, if we're really being honest. Turnover after turnover. Shit performance from the Panthers. Absolutely shit performance from the Panthers. They did fucking nothing out there. They need to play better. Cowboys looked so much better. So much better. Offensively, they bully the Panthers. Defense, offense, every which way. In the long run, doesn't matter. Not really. Panthers are trash. They're already eliminated. Cowboys are also pretty trash. They're not eliminated, but they're gonna be. Okay, Cowboys beat the Panthers. Surprise, surprise. It is a fucking surprise because the Panthers are fucking favorites in this game. Fuck the Panthers. I shouldn't have bet on them. Good job for the Cowboys. Does it mean anything? Fuck no. Next game. Talk about games that don't mean anything. The New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. On paper, right? The Jets won the game. But in reality, the Jacksonville Jaguars won the game because this was a tank bowl. Why the hell do the Jets play better once they're eliminated from the playoffs? I mean, seriously, this is 2 weeks in a row. They've put up 30 plus points. They've actually looked competent on offense. Somebody tell Aaron Rodgers it's too late. It's too goddamn late. It doesn't matter anymore. You're fucking in. You're out. You're out. Jets, even when they want to lose, they win. It's unbelievable. When they're trying to win, they lose. When they're trying to lose, they win. This Jets team is fucking killing me this year. It's killing me. I guess good win for the Jets. Good offensive display. The one positive I'll take away from this game, and it's not Aaron Rodgers, it's not Devontae Adams, it's actually Olu Fasuwatu, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. He's an O-lineman out of Penn State. He looked really good against the Jaguars D-line, which is not bad, actually. Josh Allen's pretty good. Trayvon Walker's pretty good. So, if there's one positive in this game, it Jets may have themselves a decent O-lineman. That's it. Jacksonville, you did what you had to do. You played well enough to the point where you put up a fight. Good offensive display. Mac Jones looked really good. Mac Jones, bro, with the spin move for the first down. Riz face. The guy's balling. But you lost. And that's important because now you have a top 5 pick and the Jets don't. Fuck the Jets. Lose. Lose the rest of the way through. There's no point in winning. Winning does nothing for you. Next game. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tennessee Titans. A trap spread in which I didn't fall for, thank God. Cincinnati was better than Tennessee. Offensively, defensively. Tennessee scored a decent amount of points, but Cincinnati scored more points. It was a good offensive display for Burrow, for the Bengals. They needed to walk into Nashville and beat the shit out of Tennessee Titans. You know, what do the Titans do this year? Nothing. The funny story coming out of this game is Will Levis obviously was the starter. He played like shit. I think he threw like 3 interceptions, had a horrible completion percentage, and got benched in the middle of the game. And funny enough, Gia Duddy, his ex-girlfriend, was at the game. So yeah, imagine fucking being Will Levis, getting benched in a game in which your ex-girl is there watching you. That's bad, bro. That's real bad. But this game, again, pretty meaningless. Titans are garbage. They're eliminated. Bengals are not eliminated yet, but they're going to be. They're too far out to be in the playoff conversation unless everything goes their way and teams just miraculously start losing. You know, like the Broncos fall off the face of the earth, or like the Steelers or the Ravens fall off the face. Actually, I think Steelers both got a playoff. Yeah, Bengals are fucked. Bengals are absolutely fucked. They're not making the playoffs. I mean, it'll be a miracle if they do. Good win for them, but it doesn't really matter. Next game, Arizona Cardinals versus the New England Patriots. Arizona played really well here, finally. Good defense, good offense. They did what they had to do. A lot of controversy around how Kyler has been playing, especially after the release of Call of Duty. In general, how the Cardinals team was playing, especially defensively. Now, they were playing the Patriots, so it doesn't matter. No, but at least with Seattle losing, Cardinals are still alive for both the playoffs and the division. Will it happen? It's unlikely, but it could happen. Good win for the Cardinals. As for the Patriots, not great. Shitty performance. Gerard Mayo may not be the answer to the Patriots' problems, and the Patriots may want to consider firing him, hiring a new coach with a better, more offensive-minded, coaching tactics. Ben Johnson could go to New England. They have good management. They also have good quarterback. Most cap space this season, and a future. Good picks and shit as well. A game that didn't really mean shit for the Patriots. They played well enough, but not to the point where you can say, oh, wow, Gerard Mayo should keep his fucking coaching job. Cardinals did good. I got to give credit to the Cardinals. They balled out. Let's win the division, baby. Let's win the fucking division, Arizona. I'm rooting for the Arizona Cardinals to win this division. So, a win is a win. Next game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Absolute bullying. Bullying done by the Buccaneers. Chargers didn't stand a chance in this game. Not a chance. Buccaneers flat out beat the dog shit out of the Chargers. It was obvious. Baker Reagan Mayfield is him. The guy, if he didn't throw as many interceptions as he threw this year, he'd genuinely be in the MVP race. I'm dead serious. The Buccaneers offense is on fire. It's on fire. Their running game is fucking crazy. Bucky Irving is a stud. Rashad White, we know what he's capable of. Mike Evans is Mike Evans. The whole Buccaneers team in general is looking real dangerous. Buccaneers are playing the same brand of football that they played last season, where they're getting really hot towards the end. You do not want to see Tampa Bay. You do not want to see Tampa Bay in the playoffs. They're not secured the division yet. Falcons are still hanging around. But with the way Falcons have been playing, which I'll get into, I doubt they win the division. Buccaneers should have it locked up. And Buccaneers should get themselves another playoff spot. And again, you do not want to see Tampa Bay. You do not want to see them. Matchup is important, but in any case, great win for the Buccaneers. Offensively, defensively, that's what you got to do. Chargers, they played like shit. They really played like shit. They couldn't get their brand of football. And it's funny because Chargers are a type of team, they can't play from behind. Chargers cannot play from behind. If they're the type of team, because they run so much, they're so physical, they have to play from in front or in a close game. When they have to consistently rely on passing the ball, they lose, as you can see here. They got dominated by 23 points. It's because they couldn't get the run game going and they couldn't play the Chargers brand of football. Does this mean Chargers are frauds? Fuck no. Buccaneers are a great team. Everybody knows Buccaneers are a great team. But it shows that Chargers struggle against the better teams, right? They lost to Buccaneers. They lost to Chiefs. I still have faith in them. And again, matchup-wise, could fall their way. They could be dangerous. But they have to play from in front. They can't play from behind. If they fall behind, they lose. We've seen this time and time again. It's not Chargers' brand of football to play from behind. They have to take a lead. They have to establish the run. And they have to let their defense be physical. It was a good game for the Buccaneers. Shitty game for the Chargers. But both teams should still make the playoffs. I have faith. Next game. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Great win for Philadelphia. I had Philly to cover. It was a trap spread, and I'm glad I bet Philly. Steelers were the trendy dog, and it was clear they were begging you to bet Steelers. And the funniest part is exactly what I said would happen, happened. Jalen to AJ. Jalen, in general, was throwing the ball. He was feeding AJ. He was feeding his receivers. The Eagles had to go out there and prove that they can throw the ball and all this bullshit drama is meaningless. Now, even somehow, some way, in a game in which they won by 14 points, could have won by 21 but just chose to run the clock out, Nick Sirianni is over there barking and fighting at his fucking defensive line coach. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Like, I don't get it. He's a good coach, but he has these stupid ass decisions. You're winning. Why are you screaming at the guy in public? You know cameras are on you. Like, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? Do it when you go to the locker room or some shit. It's like Eagles love the controversy. They just love the drama, even when they win and win with authority. Steelers are a really good team, and Eagles went in there. I should say not went in there. They were at home, but they bullied the Steelers. Steelers' time of possession was like the lowest they've had all season. The Eagles played the brand of football that if they continue to play, they're going to win the fucking Super Bowl like this. They run the ball, they control the time possession, and they do not give the ball back to the Steelers. Now, a couple controversial penalties. Yes, there were. But not enough for me to say, oh my God, this swung the entire game. It did swing the momentum a bit, but in any case, Eagles could have won by 21 points. The bullshit penalties didn't mean shit. Good win for Philadelphia. They balled out. This was Eagles style of football. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. Running the ball, strong defense. Steelers couldn't do shit. As for the Steelers, this was not a fraud check. They got outplayed by the better team. Steelers are still super, super dangerous. They can and most likely will make a run in the playoffs. But, the key but, they have a very tough schedule to end the season. Next week, I know they're playing the Ravens. I know they have to play the Bengals still. Steelers cannot let bullshit happen. And they cannot slip up. They cannot. They have to get prepared for the Ravens. They have to get prepared for all these big games that are coming because you don't want to go into the playoffs on a low note. If Steelers start losing like they did, for example, like 2020, where Steelers started out like undefeated, whatever it was, 11-0, unbelievable, and then boom, like towards the end of the season, they just fell off the face of the earth, L after L after L. They made the playoffs and then lost to Cleveland very first round in a blowout. That can't happen again. Steelers need to win some of these big games so that they have some sort of momentum riding into the playoffs. If they're going into the playoffs, having lost this game, having lost to the Ravens, having lost to the Bengals, Steelers could be in trouble, in a lot of trouble, which they can't allow to happen. They need to win the games they need to win so that they can set themselves up for a playoff run. But in any case, Steelers need to play better, but I'm not taking too much away from them from this game. Eagles are really fucking good. Their Eagles are really fucking good. As somebody that doubted the Eagles to start the season, they are really good. The run game, the defense, even the pass game. I mean, it's shit at times, but when they want it not to be shit and they want it to work, they make it work. Next game. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. Oh boy. Yeah, do I have a rant for this game? I had the Colts to cover and the Colts to win. They're up, 10-0? Looking like, oh shit, I'm actually might be right. Colts are balling. They're actually making Denver look a little foolish. Denver defense couldn't stop shit. Anthony Richardson was looking good. And everything just starts to go wrong. But it all went wrong when Jonathan Taylor fucked it up. It's 13-7 Indianapolis. I think third quarter. Could be second, but I think third. Jonathan Taylor is running with the ball in his hands right into the end zone. Nobody's in front of him. And for some fucking reason, he decides to let the ball go before he runs into the end zone. Or I should say the ball crosses the plane. So what happens when Jonathan Taylor throws the ball away? It rolls out the back of the end zone and it's a fumble. Meaning the Colts do not score a touchdown and the Broncos get the ball at their 20-yard line. Oh my God. Jonathan Taylor should be cut for this offense. This is a cuttable offense. How many goddamn times this season does this have to happen before these fucking idiots realize, hold the ball! Run into the end zone! What are you doing? What are you doing? You're a fucking idiot! I can't fucking believe that the fucking Colts did this bullshit. But bad enough. If that shit wasn't bad enough, which should be a cuttable offense, Jonathan Taylor should be cut. I mean, they're not going to cut him. They should suspend him. They should fine him. That shit is not acceptable at the professional level. It's 13-17 in the fourth quarter. I'm like, okay, I have +4. Colts are still alive. We can make some shit happen. Colts are driving. I'm like, okay, a good touchdown drive here, and I'm in a good position. Fourth quarter. What happens? Anthony Richardson snaps it, throws it sideways to, what's his name? Receiver? I don't fucking know. Rookie receiver. Rookie receiver takes the ball. He looks forward. He makes a fake. Then throws it back to Anthony Richardson. As the dude is standing there, Broncos defender. I think his name is Bonita or some shit. I don't know what his I actually don't know what his name is. It's something with a B. Something funny too. He takes the ball and just runs into the end zone. I'm sitting there like, holy fuck. At that moment in time, I knew the Colts were not covering. It was over right then and there. The Colts were absolute dog shit. They lost 31-13. They should have played better. They had like 5 turnovers in this game. It was shit. It was shit performance for Indianapolis. Why the fuck did I bet on these Colts team? And why was the spread so goddamn low? Fuck Indianapolis. You're not making the playoffs. You're bullshit. As for the Broncos, time and time again, they prove they're a legit playoff team. I mean, that's not to argue anything anymore. But even the defense is the key to their success. The defense is the reason they won this game. They had unbelievable... I mean, that play alone where they fucking took it down back for touchdown is when they iced the game. It was 24-13 at that time. And then even better, Broncos went and then scored another touchdown. Broncos bullied the Colts. The defense is the best in the league by a mile. Broncos are a team not to be fucked with. The offense is playing great. And it's crazy to think how many rookies are on this team. Their starting QB is a rookie. They have rookies all around. And they're playing absolutely great football. Sean Payton has done an absolutely fantastic job with this team. They've looked fantastic this year. And they could be a real threat in the playoffs. Don't overlook the Broncos, especially with that defense. Good win for Denver. Shit loss for Indianapolis. Next game. The Buffalo Bills versus the Detroit Lions. The Bills, first of all, I'll start with saying defense does not exist for both of these teams. 2 weeks in a row, both of these teams just do not play defense, and it's just a shootout. An absolute shootout. 48-42 is crazy. In an NFL game, that's crazy. Bills offensively just looked unbelievable. They controlled the majority of the game. I think they were up like 14-0 at one point. I don't think Detroit ever had a lead in this game. Bills dominated every which way. They moved the ball with ease down the field. But we need to talk about Dan Gamble. Dan Gamble, not Campbell. Who the fuck kicks an onside kick with 12 minutes left and you're down by 10? What are you doing? Stupid ass decision by him. Just like last week, he made a stupid ass decision. And don't sit here and tell me he didn't have belief in his defense or he didn't think the defense could stop Josh Allen. If I'm not wrong, statistically, 7% of onside kicks are recovered this season. 7%. That would mean Dan Campbell, in his head, believed that the Detroit Lions defense had less than a 7% chance of stopping the Bills from scoring. Less than 7% chance, assuming they kick a regular kick, right? Whatever, like a kickoff instead of an onside kick. Really? I know Dan Campbell's not doing math in that dumbass brain of his, but he is a fucking moron, and these dumbass decisions are going to continue to cost the Lions. I get it. Dan Campbell is the reason why the Lions are so good, but Dan Campbell is also the reason why Lions will not be winning a Super Bowl. Aside from Dan Campbell, Lions defense is just decimated. They can't stop a nosebleed. Everybody is just dropping like flies. And bad enough that the defense is dropping like flies, but the offense took a massive hit. David Montgomery tore his MCL. He's out for the year. That's really bad because we all know how good of a two-headed monster the Lions had in the backfield with Gibbs and Montgomery. Montgomery's now out for the year. Lions are in tough position. They're obviously making the playoffs, but damn, they may not go far, especially because that defense will be the death of them. They really will be. For such a great season, Detroit just fucking fell apart, man. It sucks. Cursed? Maybe. Hopefully the Lions can still make a run. But for example, at this point in time, if Lions play the Eagles, they're fucked. Not because of offense, but simply because Lions defense is horrible. So it'd have to be a perfect game offensively for the Lions to win. Bills! Bills are looking terrifying. A true Super Bowl contender that should not be fucked with. Damn it. Shout out to the Bills. They look fucking good out there. Real fucking good. Next game, Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks. What a joke. Every time I pick against the Seahawks, they fucking look amazing. The offense is unstoppable, and I lose. The one goddamn time I pick the Seahawks, they get fucking embarrassed out there. Embarrassed. They looked horrible. Horrible. They did nothing for the majority of this game. Geno Smith had 3 points. Sam Howell had 10. So, who's better? I'm just playing. But the worst part of this game for the Seahawks was that Geno Smith injured his knee or whatever. They don't know how long it's going to be. They don't know how bad it's going to be. Put it like this. Geno survives and plays. Seahawks can still win or make a run at the division. I believe it. If he's out and Sam Howell is a starting quarterback, Seahawks are done for. Sam Howell is garbage. The man did nothing out there. He looked like shit, throwing interception left and right. He was just horrible. Horrible. Bad performance from Seattle all the way through. And even the worst part is their stadium got taken over by Packers fans, which is just bad. As for the Packers, it was a great offensive performance, especially in the first quarter, and you could say the first half. They scored on damn near every drive, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half. In the second half, they stalled out a bit, and you could argue there was a point in time where it was 23-13. Seahawks had the ball, and Seahawks genuinely could have made a comeback. Unfortunately, Sam Howell is a fucking idiot and throws an interception right into the hands of the Packers, leads them to a score there. I think it was a touchdown. Good win for the Packers. Shit loss for the Seattle Seahawks. Boring ass Sunday Night Football. Super boring game. And yes, Seattle better pray. Better pray Geno's healthy because they are so fucked if he's not. They are so fucked. Packers look good. They're a playoff team. They could make a run to Super Bowl. I genuinely believe it. Don't sleep on Green Bay. Next game, the first Monday Night Football game in a game that was horrible. Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so the last few weeks we say Caleb is bad because of the offensive line. The amount of tape I've watched in this game where Caleb is standing in the pocket with at least 5 seconds before a rusher comes to him is crazy. Caleb sucks. I don't want to be a parrot every fucking week, but Caleb sucks. The man is a bust. He's such a bust. And Bears fans cannot admit it. They're so delusional. They say, oh, give him time, give him time. Give him time, my ass. Look at every other rookie QB. Caleb sucks. He sucks. He's arrogant. All this bullshit. Remember in the beginning of the year, or I should say before the year started, when Caleb texted the punter, we appreciate you, but you're not going to be seeing the field much? I wonder how that worked out for this motherfucker. Caleb sucks. The Bears suck. And ever since that Hail Mary, they fell off the face of the earth. 8-game losing streak. I don't know where they go from here. I don't even want to talk about the Bears. The Bears are so shit. Caleb is garbage. And let me explain to you guys something. The Bears will continue to be garbage and shit unless Caleb is somewhere else. I'm serious. I'm dead fucking serious. Caleb sucks. Minnesota played well. They balled out. They did what they had to do. Sam Darnold is continuing to impress. Man's going to earn himself a monster. And I mean a monster contract. And he deserves it. He really, really does. Good win for the Vikings. You're 12-2. You're right there for the division. Imagine the fucking Vikings win the division. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. They're tied for first place. Lions have the tiebreaker over them right now. But that might change in these last 3 weeks. It really might. Good win for the Vikings. Shit win for the Bears. Bears need to burn down the building and rebuild completely. Vikings, show the Bears how to rebuild, please. Because remember, this is a rebuild year for the Vikings, if you remember what it's supposed to be. They're 12-2. Okay? The final game, shit game, Atlanta Falcons versus Las Vegas Raiders. Atlanta beat the Raiders 15-9. 15-9. What a great performance. 15-9. I'll start with the Falcons because there's more to say for them. The Falcons are absolute dog shit. They ended their losing streak, yes, but it was against the Raiders led by Desmond Shitter. At this point, had Gardner and or AOC played in this game, Raiders would have won. Kirk sucks. Kirk is so washed. He sucks. Falcons will not win games if they play like this. Any team that's semi-competent would beat the Falcons here. Anyone. Falcons fell off the face of the earth. They're trash. Yeah, they're in trouble. Unless they just remember how to play football like they did early in the year, they're fucked. They're so fucked. And I don't think the Falcons will, because even in a game like this, they played horrible. They should consider starting Penix. It might help them. As for the Raiders, good job, I guess. You lost. You're going to get the first overall pick, assuming you don't win another game. Shit season. Good performance. What do I have to say for the Raiders? Pretty much nothing. They could have won, but it was smart that they didn't because you don't want to win. You rather lose and get a better draft pick. This is just a shit. You know what? This game was so bad, I'm done talking about it. That's how bad this game was. I'm done. Week 15 is in the books. We're getting down to the playoff season. Every game counts. Stay tuned for more content coming soon.